Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Max. I'm the fast talking flipper. Angie's my better half. She's inside just hanging out because it's Sunday and it's later in the day. And I wanted to film this because it's a topic that I found out last night that I found on my own. I wasn't listening to anybody else. I just happened to kind of click on some stuff and I was like, wait a minute. And it's concerning. It's real concerning because it is actual evidence that something is afoot. Something is messed up with eBay. And, you know, we have been through the doom and gloom, and I'm not a big doom and gloom kind of person. I firmly believe that you get out of eBay what you put into eBay. I believe that eBay will do you dirty now and again. They will put you into a funk if you're having issues with customer service, because eBay is a buyer customer service related model, meaning that if you are not capable of shipping your stuff on time, if you don't ship quickly, if you constantly have issues where you get returns, that kind of thing, they're going to pull you back in the search results. You're not going to be near the top, that kind of thing. I don't believe that eBay goes out of their way to hide listings, yet the information that I found last night kind of looks that way. And it doesn't make any sense, because if eBay's hiding listings, eBay doesn't get paid unless you sell an item. It's kind of the way it works. And the more you sell your item for, the more eBay gets paid. So it's going to be, that way all around the whole platform, and that's kind of the way it is when it comes to commission-based type things. They make more on $1,000 sale than they do on a dollar sale, and they want to see more $1,000 sales. So they're not going to throttle you and tell you that you can't, that they're going to hide your listings. And that's something that's important to understand, because in dealing with this, and I posted it in one of the eBay groups, eBay Thrifters. We'll put a picture of the group from Facebook, a little thumbnail from the group from Facebook up on the screen so you can see it and maybe go find it yourself if you're not already a member. But people weren't understanding what hiding listings is versus how promoted listings work, and so on and so forth. So what I found was that I accidentally clicked on my own store. And in my own store, I saw, the search bar within my store that I could search the number of listings that I had. Now, here's what I want you to see. I want you to see on my screen, it shows right there in my back end that I have 934 listings, which is correct. I have 934 listings that should be available for everybody on eBay to see. And if I go to my store and I scroll down, what it says right here is concerning. Search all 884 listings. There are 50 listings missing out of my store. Now, last night, I found a couple of the listings that were missing. Things have changed between last night and today. Those listings are now in my store. Last night, I searched for 3 different items, and all 3 I could not find in my store. If I would search here, I would go to my store and I would type in Pentax. It would come up with nothing. And I have 1 Pentax camera in my store. And then I would go out to the main eBay site. So, you scroll up here. You go up to here, the main eBay site, and you type in Pentax, and I could find my camera. I could find it there. But it wasn't available in my store. Now, why is that a problem? Because most people, the biggest majority of people, are searching eBay and not your store. The reason that that's a problem is because if you create your own traffic, if for some reason you drive someone to your store, they should be able to find all of your products. And if 50 are missing, then should I drive someone to my store, or should eBay drive someone to my store? They click on one of my items, they go through my feedback, and then going through my feedback, they end up in my store. Somehow they're missing 50 of my items. It's not a big deal for most people, but for me, it's like I'm not getting what I'm paying for, that kind of thing. So it's problematic. Now, someone was saying, well, and I thought maybe it was because of the promoted listings thing. I don't promote everything, but I promote the biggest majority. I would say at least 90% of my items are promoted. And the reason being is that some just don't need promoted. If there's only 10 listed, then you're going to get seen. You know, it's one of those kind of things. And especially if that's got a high sell-through rate. 10 listed, you're the lowest price, and it's, you know, got a high sell-through rate. You don't need to list or you don't need to promote it. It's going to sell in the next 90 days. Don't worry about it at that point. So the issue being that I thought maybe it was those not promoted items. So I searched a couple of those, and they weren't. They weren't listed in my store. So I think it was just a weird coincidence, because today I just went through like 20 different items, and I found them all in my store. I couldn't find one that was not listed, so I could give you an example. You know, and it's going to be hard. I got 900 items to shoot for, and only 50 of them, so 1 out of every 16... you know, is going to be, I have a 1 in 16 chance of finding it, and it's random. I just didn't stand around for much more time than that to try to figure it out. I don't know what it is that's keeping them out of there. Now, there's a difference between hiding items and throttling. Throttling being that if 10 people have promoted listings on an item that you are selling, say, for instance, if I'm selling this cell phone, I have this cell phone here and I want to list it, and 10 for me, there's 100 listed, and out of those 100, 10 people promote that item. Who is number 11? Who would be number 11 to be seen? How does that work? Number 11, per the algorithm, should be the best suited outside of promoted, that fits all of their goals for what eBay wants to see from a listing. So now that means that you're looking at, are all your item specifics in there? Are all your product description, you know, identifiers, are they all in there? Do you have enough pictures? Are the pictures the way that eBay wants to see them? Do you have a good, you know, feedback? Do you have those kind of things? That's how they rank you in the algorithm. The algorithm is a big math problem. They have a whole bunch of different variables that they consider, and then they rank people based on that. So you can be throttled in that algorithm because there's probably some metric in there that's weighted for, did he piss this person off, or something along those lines, this customer service representative, where they can enter in a value into something and say that you have poor customer service, and that throttles you back. It takes you from, even if yours was number 11, now because of this outside force, we'll call it, it now drops you down to number 89. So the likelihood of you being seen is slim. People argue that people search by price all the time. I don't think as many of them do as you think that they do. They're just scrolling down a couple times trying to find something that they like and then moving on to another search. They might filter, they might not, but I don't think as many people weigh as heavily on the price as people say that they do. The price should bring you near the top. It should be part of the algorithm and the way that things work. It should bring you near the top. So that would be throttling. Hiding would be that you're not seen at all, that you're not able to be found. That when people type in your thing, your item, this cell phone, a Z Fold 5, they type it in and yours never comes up. Doesn't matter how specific they get to your listing. Say you put in Samsung Z Fold 5 from Max Webster. If they type in those exact words, if that was your exact title, they type in those exact words, they can't find your listing, that is hiding your listing. That is much different. I am having issues with 50 items in my store, 50 being right there, 50 items in my store being hidden, where I could not find them, that I would search for them and I could not find them. So this is actually evidence that eBay is hiding items. Granted, it's in a small scale because they can still be found in the big picture eBay. They're just not found in our store eBay. So I want to hear what your experience is. Go in and do the experiment. So here's how I found, you know, these numbers. I would go, I'll hit the back button here. I'm in my seller hub, and I'm at listings. I see my 934. And I simply click on my name up there. You see where I'm clicking? Right there. Simply click on my name right there. And it brings up my store, and then there's the search bar. You can do this on your app as well, and I'll show you how to do it on your app. It's fairly simple on your app. Let me clear out of everything. But there's my eBay app. If I want to see my 90-day and all that stuff, we can see that I have 935, which is weird. Why does it show 935 there? That's even more weird. Oh, here we go. Let's create more dilemma. I haven't done this and compared it to computer. On the computer, it shows manage active listings 934. 934 right there. So why do I have one different? You can see it. Okay, so it says 935. Let's forget that for a minute. Let's go. What you do is you click this button, this tab here, to get my eBay, and then you hit your fast talking flipper. Ta-da! Hopefully you guys can see this. It looks a little blurry on my end, and if it does, I'm sorry, but you can see that it says 884 right there. 884 is what it says on that. So you can see that there's, even on your app, you can tell that things are missing. So that's weird that it says 934 on the computer, but 935 on my phone. I have no idea. I'm not going to find that one. I'm not going to go looking for it either. It's just part of the dilemma that I have with this whole situation. I'm going to reach out to eBay for business. I'm going to address it tomorrow. I've got too much going on today. I'm going to address it tomorrow, but I wanted to get this out there. I wanted to get ahead of this and drop this topic on you guys because I want to see if you do it. What does it say for you, and how far off are your numbers? Once I get an update on, what eBay says it is, I'm probably going to challenge you to check out eBay for business and see what they say it is on your end. But I want to hear more about what your discrepancies might be. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that kind of stuff, and I will see you on the next one.